scared for a second. Thanks for the like, whoever gave me that like. What's going on, Vicky? How are you? I'm just here with a lot of time to kill. I have about, well, not a lot, but I have about an hour and 20 minutes. No, 2 hours and 20 minutes before my flight leaves. So I'm just here killing time. But it's better to be earlier than late because I didn't have to rush. I got here like 10:30 because I had to return the car. So I'm just sitting here. I don't have anything specific to talk about, but I was looking at some of Ashley's videos and I was thinking to myself, I don't even know how much I want to say this on my live because I would really love to get an Ashley interview. The more that I hear her in interviews, are we back on? I refreshed. I still have my international data, so at this point, I might even just turn off the Wi-Fi if the Wi-Fi is going to be freezing. I had a, I didn't have a good time. I had an amazing time. If there was an option for me to not come back, I would choose that option. Especially like leaving my grandma is especially very hard because I always say she's soon to be 91 next month. So that is disgusting. I assume I know what that means. Thank you. Pardon me? Yes, please. All right. All right. Who's all here? And please hit the like button. Let me know if you're here. Drop a comment. It's a messy off season. Like I think almost all the cast. I think like what's her name? I can't even remember her name already. Catherine. Catherine and hi Tasha. Catherine and Riley are on like Catherine and Riley Island. They don't seem to be talking to. Nobody seems to be talking to them. Rather, I was about to say they don't seem to be talking to anyone, but it takes two to have a conversation, and it seems like a lot of people don't want to have any conversations with them. Um, it seems like Ashley Vince is talking. Well, he started to do some interviews because I haven't seen any. I mean, I've seen like the post interviews, but not the long ones, like the 2 hour ones that Ashley is doing. And Mickey, Mickey and Ashley are beefing. Mickey and Ashley are beefing. I don't like that, but I understand Ashley's gripes. Good morning, Chocolate. How are you doing? Ashley saw Cat Master. She's okay. Thank you. I think I saw something like that, but I don't. I still don't think that nobody is super friendly with those two. I saw. I saw the Rachel one. I appreciate the fact that Taryn does those deep dives. However, I can't sit for 4 hours and watch an interview. I put it on at three different times before I went to bed at night, and I probably have gotten 20 to 30 minutes total worth of that deep dive. And I have never watched one beginning to end. The longest one that I ever watched was Taylor's, and I watched about 2 to 2.5 hours of it. And I said, I'm not a big enough super fan to get there. Like, I'm a fan. I don't actually consider myself a super fan. I just consider myself a notch like above. I'm above a casual fan, but below a super fan, somewhere in the middle. Yeah, the Ashley and Morgan thing. Well, in this last interview I watched, I don't know the interviewer, but I the last interview that I was watching this morning, she was saying that it was just the whole thing about her saying that Morgan's energy was off, but she said she doesn't have any personal problem with her. But I think part of it at this stage for them, if I'm just guessing, if I'm just making an educated guess, it must suck feeling like you're gonna finish in first place and ending up in third with no money. And then, the person who won is talking about how they used you, they won when it counted, they beat you, that you were a cop beast and you were controlling the game, and then they dominated you, um, 4-1 in the final HOH comp, and then listening to the whole strategy, basically saying I rode you to the end of the game and then I cut you out. I feel like it could be as simple as that. Because I don't think that Morgan said anything crazy about Ashley and vice versa. I don't think they have any kind of, it's not like the Ashley Mickey thing where it's more on the personal side. What I do is listen as I'm completing a task. I try to do that, but I'm not great with multitasking. Um, yeah, sorry, Grace. We don't do we don't do in need of money requests. Now, if one of my subscribers, or probably more specifically, if one of my channel members ever told me that they were in need of money for something desperately, I would consider doing what I can because my channel members have done that for me. When I have needed particular things, they have thrown me super chats or cash apps and stuff like that. So I believe in giving back, but I wish I could just jump on somebody's channel and be like, "Hey, I need some money," and then I get it. I remember this guy from the airport last year. That is so crazy. I haven't been watching a terrible amount of Mickey, but what has she been saying? Gotta see what time this thing is boarding. Boarding time 1:45. Yeah, so I got a minute to go. I got a while. I'll be here a little while. I'm not gonna be here the whole almost 2 hours that I have left, but I'm gonna be on here for a while. Great memory of the bartender. Yeah, he's not serving me. If he was, I would tell him. I love me some Canada, man. I really do. Thank you. Not right now. Yeah, thank you. Do I come over there if I need? Do I come over there if I need you, or I use the app? Go back to this. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Oh, hold on. I believe I recognize a lady too. I I will often forget a name, but I will never forget a face. This has become like my favorite thing to do. Chill in an airport. Don't ask me why I enjoy this part of my trip so much, because I used to hate being in the airport. Now it's like my favorite part. I look forward to getting to the airport early on my way back, sitting in here, eating. Poutine, fries and gravy and cheese. It's a Canadian specialty, but they definitely have it in the US now. There's actually a place nearby me that makes a great one. I don't know why. I guess I'm surprised when I see people that work at places like this and stay, because the last time I came here was last December. So that guy has been here. I don't know how long he's been here, but he's at least been here almost a year, probably possibly more than that. How's the Wi-Fi? How is the Wi-Fi? Because Ma yesterday said my airport Wi-Fi always cuts in and out. So curious to know how's the Wi-Fi. There's three highs, so I assume this person is gonna get blocked soon. If there's a fifth high, mods, please take care of this person. I have like a 5 high limit. Okay, he's got to go, or that person has got to go. Thank you, Tasha. Vicky. You both got them at the same time. Tasha. Sorry about that. Which we have your attention, please? Only traveling animals and service animals. Which interviews? What tea do you have from the interviews that you've watched, or what have you? What did you get from the deep dive that is interesting? Votre attention, s'il vous plaît. Seuls les animaux de compagnie voyageant avec leur propriétaire et les animaux I don't like this wooden fork, by the way. Les animaux This is taken away from my enjoyment a little bit, just a little bit. I don't want a wooden fork. I want to try to get an Ashley interview. I already know if I tried to get a Morgan or a Vince interview, I wouldn't get it. I'll tell you exactly why. Something that I have learned about getting interviews generally, especially Big Brother interviews, when you make jokes about people all season and then you try to ask them for an interview, either themselves or their manager is going to comb through your page. They won't even consider you because I think I could have easily gotten a Joseph interview because the manager responded to me right away. Joseph Abden, his manager responded to me almost immediately. He said, "I'll check your page and I'll get right back to you." And on my page, I had like funny jailer videos. And I think that as soon as the manager saw that, he was like, "Nah, you ain't gonna do interviews for this guy." And I'm not somebody who can compromise my channel like that, where I'm not going to talk freely just for the sake of being able to get an interview. I watched the feeds and missed some of Ashley's moves. You haven't said anything about Morgan and Vince. I haven't watched anything of Morgan and Vince aside from their initial like exit interviews, those 10, 15-minute interviews. I watched a few of those. And I didn't like what either of them were saying because they were dancing around the elephant in the room. They were dancing around the elephant in the room and acting like it didn't exist. What I got from the deep dive, I didn't realize how they would use her arguments and the exact words. You know what? The end that Ashley was playing the game. I think that Ashley was about to win the game, not necessarily, but towards like the jury phase, once Rachel got out, I started to see what she was doing. Like I actually started to see it, especially when they showed her little camera talks, and I was like, this is an actual strategy. So it wasn't a complete shock to me like it was. And if you even go back to my videos, I said if Ashley sits next to Morgan, I think Morgan wins. But if Ashley sits next to Vince, I think that Ashley wins because of jury management. I did say that multiple times. Taryn mocks Vince all the time. I mean, but Taryn is so Taryn's channel, like those high viewed and those really popular Big Brother channels like his, like Rob has a podcast. People are gonna go on it anyways. I'm talking about smaller channels like mine. Channels like my size, less than 2,000 subscribers, you know, we have to do more because everybody's looking forward to speaking to Taryn and Sharon Tharp. There's certain known established podcasters that even if they're made fun of, they're still going to go on their channel. And Taryn is an equal opportunist, meaning everybody can get it. You know what, though? What I will say about Ashley is that early on, when she said that she was playing a dumb act, I was like, that can't be an act. But again, towards the end, towards the jury phase, like mid-jury phase or so, not even mid-jury phase, like from the time that Rachel got out, that's when I was starting to see what she was talking about in all these interviews, planting seeds. There's a lot of bias against Ashley. I knew that was going to be the case. People are basically kind of doing her the same way they did Taylor. But at the end of the day, I don't know how she feels personally about it, but at least just based on what I've seen in the interviews, she seems to be taking it well. In fact, I'm not even trying to compare, but I feel like she's taken this postseason backlash better than Taylor. My food is almost coming to an end. They did do her dirty. Go Blue Jays. We're up 2-1 on the Yankees. And I got all this gear over here at and the jersey. I bet you as soon as I step foot in New York when I get off that plane, somebody's going to be saying something. You know what? I agree that she played better than Taylor. I really do. She won the game in a surprising way. Like, something that I was saying when there was just the three of them left, I was internally debating to myself, can you win the game without comps? I mean, and then I was thinking of Derek. And I was like, but the game that Derek played, he had this guy that was winning all the comps for him. He had this final two, and he rode the final two to the end and got picked. So I was thinking to myself, if Ashley wins nothing, and then one of them takes her to the final two, would she win? But the way she explained her game, I have to give her kudos for that because it was like a sneaky game. Gotta give her kudos. And it's not, and in her case, she did it in a different way. She had like a Derek type of win. Derek won comps. How many comps did he win? Because I don't recall. I mean, he could have. I just don't recall him winning. But anyways, um, she won the comp when it mattered, as she said. That just tied a nice little bow. Like if you watch Survivor, winning that last comp was like making fire. That's how I felt about that. Winning the last comp was like making fire. I heard Dr. Will went one without winning comps. I didn't see that season, but I got to see it. He also did not touch the block the whole season. And what's crazy is she had this Taylor situation where everyone jumped on her early on. She won. Was it the BB Blockbuster or the Power Veto? I can't remember anymore. But she won to get herself off the block in the first week. And then I wasn't even thinking of what she was thinking about when she said that she had to flip the votes, because when she was sitting next to Will, she had to go campaign and convince everybody like you don't want to sit next to him in the final two because he's so likable. I didn't even really think of it that way. Oh man, Dan Giesing is my goat. Dan Giesing is my goat. What did Tasha say? I missed it. Oh, I didn't miss it. Production make it seem like she took a 2 hour. Oh yeah, well we already knew that that was debunked because Julie, funny enough, came out on Instagram right away and was like, no, the shower was the shower was 30 minutes. Julie actually said that. So yeah, that is a crazy edit though for Vince to be like, no, come take the shower, and she's like, no, no, you won the HOH, you take the shower first, and he's like, I insist, I insist that you take the shower, and he knows that he's the one who really insisted that she take that shower, and that it wasn't 2 hours, and let Catherine run around. Wasn't it Catherine that got so mad at Ashley for that? I'm pretty sure it was Catherine, and tell everybody how inconsiderate that she was and everything. And Vince was going right along with that. And Vince on the block because of that shower that he told her to take. I can understand why she has no love for that man. Even though she was talking to Vince for 2 hours, live feeds came on Saturday. Vince was taking the hour showers or leaving himself. Yes, it was Catherine. Yeah, I knew it was Catherine, but I know that when they were talking about it around him, he was going right along with it, knowing that that's not what happens. I didn't like Vince's game. Vince is slimy, and that's why I was totally fine with him taking second place. I mean, I would rather it have been Morgan and Ashley sitting in the final two chairs and he doesn't take anything. But for all the stuff he was talking about Ashley not being any competition, and if either of them sit next to Ashley, it's over. And she hasn't done anything in the game and all that stuff he was saying. This must have been a massive slice of humble pie. That's how I feel. Yeah, I said that a little earlier, Ed. It's sad no one initially took Ashley seriously in the beginning. Hey, they gotta take her seriously now. Hubie? Who's Hubie? Um, might have to turn this off for a brief moment. Yeah, bye, QWERTY. What time do I gotta leave? 1:45. I might hop off in a little bit and then hop back on because I have an hour and a half. I have an hour and a half. Bye, Mija. Hey, I always like an interesting comment before I block somebody. Appreciate it. I hope they win today. Take it home. All right, y'all. I'm gonna jump off, but I'll probably be back on next 30, 40 minutes or so. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop some more great content.